Your phone is ringing, a number you do not recognize, but you pick up anyway. And the voice on the other end says something that turns your stomach cold. They have called your boss, they have messaged your mother, they have sent your photo with the word "first star" written in bold to everyone in your contact list. And your only crime was borrowing 15,000 naira from an app you downloaded in a moment of desperation. If that story sounds familiar, this video is for you. If you are watching this before it happens, this might be the most important video you watch this year. 7 steps in order, starting with the most urgent. And I need to tell you something about step 7 before we begin. Most people never reach it because they give up too early. Step 7 is the one that makes sure this never happens to you again. Stay until the end. So let's get into it with step 1. Stop paying out of panic. The harassment is not random. It is a calculated psychological pressure campaign designed to make you panic and send money immediately without thinking. And it works. Every single day, Nigerians transfer money they cannot afford, sometimes more than they originally borrowed, just to make the calls stop. But the calls do not stop, because panic payments teach the app that panic works. Before you send another kobo, ask yourself 3 things. First, are you actually in default, or have you been paying and they are still harassing you? Second, what does your loan agreement actually say about your repayment terms? Are the fees they are charging even legal under CBN regulation? Here's what most Nigerians do not know. Illegal loan apps cannot take you to court. They have no legal standing. Their only weapon is shame and fear. Panic is their weapon. Clarity is yours. Now that you know what not to do, step 2 is about building the weapon you are going to use to fight back. And it is something you can start doing right now, today, before this video ends. Screenshot and document everything. Most people in loan app crisis make the same mistake. They focus all their energy on stopping the harassment and forget to build a thing that will destroy it: evidence. The moment you decide to fight back, evidence becomes your most valuable asset. Screenshot every threatening message. Record every harassing call if you can. Screenshot every message they send to your contacts. Save all of it, dated, organized, backed up. Every single thing they have done to you is evidence of a crime. Treat it like one, because when you report to CBN and the FCCPC, and you will, that is step number 3. Your complaint is only as strong as your evidence. A written complaint with 40 screenshots of illegal threats is a case. A verbal complaint with nothing to show is just a story. From this moment forward, treat every interaction with this app as a legal proceeding, because that is exactly what it may become. Step 3 is where you take everything you just collected and use it to make their lives very difficult. This is the step most loan apps are terrified of. Report to the CBN and FCCPC immediately. Right now, there are loan app operators in Nigeria who have been arrested. More are being investigated. And the one thing that made those investigations possible, people who reported. The CBN has a consumer protection framework that explicitly prohibits loan app harassment, threatening borrowers, contacting family members, publicly shaming debtors. These are not suggestions, they are regulations with consequences. The FCCPC has gone further. Since 2022, they have been actively investigating and shutting down illegal loan apps in Nigeria. They have delisted dozens of apps from the Play Store. They have arrested operators. They are actively looking for complaints. Here is exactly how to do it. Write this down. Go to the CBN website and file a consumer complaint through their portal. Go to the FCCPC website and submit a formal complaint with your evidence attached. You can also email the FCCPC directly at contact@fccpc.gov.ng. I'll drop that in the description. Do not wait. File within 48 hours of watching this video. Your report is not just for you. Every complaint makes the investigation stronger. You may be the one report that gets an app shut down permanently and saving so many people. But even as you file that report, that app still has access to your phone right now. Step 4 is about taking that access away immediately. Here's step 4. Revoke the app's access to your phone. This step shocks a lot of people when they hear it. When you downloaded that app and clicked accept, you give it access to your contacts, your photos, your location, and in some cases your SMS messages. That access is how they contact your family. That access is their weapon, and you can take it back. On Android, go to Settings, then Apps. Find the loan app, go to Permission, and revoke everything. Contacts, storage, camera, microphone, all of it, then uninstall. On iPhone, go to Settings, scroll to App, and turn off every permission toggle. Also, check your Google account setting for any third-party app access and revoke it. This does not erase your debt, but it removes the weapon that was causing the most damage. They can no longer harvest your contact. They can no longer access new information about you. You just took their primary tool away. Now we're halfway through the 7 steps. The first 4 were about stopping the damage. The next 3 is about taking back control completely. And step 7, the one I told you about at the beginning, is coming. Stay with me. So let's get to step 5. Get ahead of the shame campaign. Most people who get through step 1 to 4 still lose the battle at step 5. Not because that step is complicated, but because it is uncomfortable. This step requires courage, but it is one of the most powerful things you can do. Loan apps use shame as their primary weapon because shame works in silence. The moment you break the silence on your own terms, you remove most of their power. Send this message to your close contacts, your colleagues, your family. I borrowed money from an app that turned out to be predatory and illegal. They may contact you with false information to pressure me. Please ignore any message from unknown numbers about me. I'm handling this through proper authorities. That one message does everything. It neutralizes the shame campaign before it lands. It warns your network before they are alarmed. It positions you as someone handling the situation, not hiding from it. Break it on your own terms before they break it on theirs. Remember this, you are not the criminal in this situation. The app operating without proper CBN license and harvesting your contacts for harassment is the criminal. Carry yourself accordingly. Step 6 is about the money itself, and most victims do not realize they have far more negotiating powers than they think. So let's go to number 6. Negotiate only from strength. If you do owe a legitimate debt, you still have more power than you think. 3 rules for negotiating with a predatory lender. Rule 1. Never negotiate while you are being harassed. Any agreement made under active threats can be challenged legally. Get the harassment stopped first, then discuss repayment. Rule 2. Negotiate in writing only, no phone calls. Every offer and every agreement must be in writing via email or WhatsApp text. Verbal agreements with predatory lenders are worthless. Rule 3. Know the legal interest rate ceiling. Many loan app rates, especially when compounded daily, exceed CBN legal limits. If what they are demanding significantly exceeds what you borrowed, you have grounds to challenge the amount itself. You are not asking for their mercy, you are negotiating a legal resolution. There is a clear difference. Step 7. Build a wall that makes this impossible ever again. And here it is, step 7, the one most people never reach. Surviving a loan app trap is one thing. Making sure you never end up in one again is something else entirely. Most Nigerians end up in predatory loan apps for one reason. There was no buffer, no emergency fund, no savings cushion between their current moment and financial desperation. The app was only the open when everything else was closed. So the real fix is not just getting out of this trap. It is building the foundation. That means you will never be desperate enough to walk into another one. 3 things. First, an emergency fund. Even 5,000 naira per month set aside in a separate account built to 60,000 naira a year. That buffer is the difference between a bad month and a debt trap. Second, legitimate credit alternatives. Cooperative societies, salary advance programs from registered employers, CBN licensed lenders, legal, regulated. They do not harvest your contacts or shame your family. Third, a second income stream. One side income, even 20,000 naira extra per month, changes your relationship with financial pressure permanently. The loan app trap is a symptom. The emergency fund, the legitimate credit, and the second income stream are the cure. You did not end up in a loan app trap because you are irresponsible. You ended up there because the system gave you no better option in that moment. This step is about building better options for yourself permanently. 7 steps in order. Stop the panic. Document everything. Report immediately. Revoke their access. Break the silence. Negotiate from strength. and then build the world. Predatory loan apps thrive in the gap between what people earn and what life in Nigeria costs. Every step in this video is about closing that gap. You are not a victim for having borrowed money. You are a victim of an illegal industry that has been preying on financial vulnerability. The difference between people who survive this and people who are destroyed by it is information. Now you have it, use it. Share this video. Someone in your contact list is in that trap right now and does not know these steps exist. Subscribe to Naira Wealth Playbook for new content every week. If you found this valuable, give me a like, drop a comment below. Which step did you need the most today? And if you have any story about loan apps, share in the comments and let others learn.